Welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. Also, welcome back, Rumble. This is going to be a very brief video. I'm going to be looking at mental health as a factor in drug addiction. I'll give you a quick heads up. A very common phrase in drug addiction is self-medicating. I'm depressed, I have a couple of beers. I'm anxiety, so I smoke a joint, and so forth. We self-medicate. We treat a mental illness with illicit drug use. Okay, whether it's alcohol or pot or whatever, we use it in order to treat our mental health issues. Okay, I say us. I will point out this you'll be surprised at how brief this video is. But anyway, here's a quote from the Our World in Data site about this data set: increased risk of development of illicit drug dependency or abuse disorder in individuals with a given mental health disorder relative to those without. A value of 3.9 for PTSD, for example, would indicate that individual with PTSD is 3.9 more times as likely to develop a drug dependency relative to those without that disorder. Okay, so also we're reading very quickly. We're reading our data file here. We're renaming the columns, and then we're doing a simple plot. When we plot the data, we're also reordered by the risk factor. Okay, then we're labeling it. Then we're changing the column heading, and now we're adding the labels to the individual columns. Okay, so let's run this from the top and see exactly what this looks like. Okay, and here you see it right here. Okay, you can see intermittent explosive disorder, whatever that is, has a highest at 6.3. Attention deficit hyperactivity, ADHD. So what this says is for this intermittent explosive disorder, it says this person with this mental health disorder is 6.3 times more likely to have to fall into a drug addiction than those without. Of one particular interest to me is number 3, which is bipolar, which I am, which means I'm 5.1 times more likely to have to develop a drug dependency than someone without the disorder. Now, to the grace of God and His blessing, I have never had an addictive personality. Okay. But you can go down, you can see different things: separation anxiety, social phobia, so forth. Panic disorder, actually, similar to panic disorder, anxiety, I guess it is only 1.1 times more likely. Generalized anxiety disorder, all these listed here. Social phobia, separation anxiety, any anxiety disorder, conduct disorder, antisocial disorder, oppositional defiant disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, obviously a very important one for our soldiers and who serve this country in combat situation. Any disruptive bipolar, ADHD. Okay, so that's really all there is to this report for today. Like I say, it's very brief, but nonetheless very important. I certainly can identify with this report here. Okay, so anyway, thanks so much for this 5 or 6 minutes of your time. I hope you found this report interesting and useful. If you have, be sure to click the share button. Share it with someone you know who may be suffering one of these disorders, or maybe the parents of a child who suffers from one of these addiction and mental health disorders. Also, share this report. It's a very brief report, a very simple plot, and we'll catch you on the plot later on. Okay.